classical guitarist there, Judicael Perroy, began playing at the age of 7, and in just 4 years, when he was 11, he performed solo in 2 concertos.
At 14, the child prodigy graduated with honours from a renowned music conservatory, and over the next 10 years, he has won recognition at international competitions and bagged the top prize at a competition held by the prestigious Guitar Foundation of America.
Well, today the classical guitarist is highly sought after, both as a teacher and performer, and we're glad that he's in the studio today. He's on a world tour and is now in Singapore after performances in Japan. A warm welcome to you, Judicael. Now, you started playing the guitar at the age of 7. What were your earliest memories of picking up this instrument?
You know, I was seeing basically my father was playing as a not professional guitarist, so it's kind of mixed with what I've seen from my father, but it was something very natural for me to start.
Very natural. And did you fall in love with it straight away?
No, like 6 months after. The first 6 months I really didn't like so much. I wanted to play accordion.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
For some reason.
Yes.
Yes.
So have you always had like you mentioned your father plays.
Yeah.
So is it in your family to be musical, this talent?
Not really. My father was, you know, like a lot of people from his generation, was playing a little bit guitar, like a pop song from Beatles. So, you know, a lot of people of 60 now, they used to play the guitar.
But I understand you had a particular interest in pianists, and
yes.
You know more pianists than you know guitarists, is that correct?
Somehow, yes. When I was 15, I started to listen a lot of piano. I guess it's a way to escape from what I do each day. You know, I'm teaching guitar, I play the guitar, so I guess I don't necessarily want to listen more guitar all the time. So that's how I open my brain and soul.
And you don't necessarily want to practice either. I understand.
Yes,
that you don't really practice unless it's new pieces.
I practice when I have new pieces. I practice, but except that I don't do it so much because I don't know. That's how I start. I wasn't practicing so much, and I kept this habit. So basically, I practice when I need or when I feel too guilty.
And I suppose when you're on the road and traveling to perform, you must have to practice then, or are you?
Actually, it's one of the most difficult periods because you know, you take the plane. I just arrived, for example, yesterday. You are very tired, so it's kind of difficult to practice objectively. So this time when I don't practice, I don't feel guilty because it's really very difficult on tour.
Okay, so how much of success is due to talent and passion, and how much is due to practice?
It's very difficult. I guess there is also, I must say, luck also, because when you do competition or whatever, you need to have some luck. So I guess...
Really? I thought it'd be talent that would get you through competition, no?
Yes, talent, but also, you know, you need to, for example, to have cold nerves for competition. And this is, maybe it's a special talent, but let's say that it's not necessarily a very artistic talent, but more of being calm and relaxed even in front of a lot of pressure.
And did you find then that at a young age you were comfortable performing in front of people?
I was very comfortable when I was very young, and when I started to get to be a teenager, I just realized that it wasn't so easy, so it started to become a little bit more difficult. I mean, now, of course, before concert, I need to concentrate, I can have stage fright sometimes, I can control it, but it's not too bad. But when I was young, I was able to play, I don't know, ping pong and just go and play directly, which would be totally impossible now.
Now, your focus is on more the classical guitar. Why did you go down that road instead of like electric guitar or thinking of like a band and things like that?
You know, when you are 7, you don't really know. You just start classical because this is classical we learn at school. But I really love it, so that's how. Maybe if I start as a teenager, I would have gone more directly to electric guitar, but basically when you are young, you know, 7 years old, you don't say, I want to play electric guitar or folk guitar. You say, I want to play guitar, and you do whatever they propose you. And I really like it, and so this is why I never really tried to play electric guitar.
You mentor a lot of young musicians.
Yeah.
How important is that in fostering that talent? And what age do you think is vital for children to be learning instruments?
Well, you know, I think it really depends. For example, here, I mean, I'm very proud to know one young guy is Kevin Lowe. Now he's 16, and he started earlier than me. He started when he was like 4 years old or something like this. So it really depends of the background of the family. So of course, when a child starts at 4 o'clock, the parents has to be behind, because it's impossible for a young child to deal with an instrument at 4 years old. So there's no really age to start. You can start at 15, 20, 50, whatever.
There's hope for us yet, Yvonne.
What kind of regime do you instill in your students? Do they have to practice?
Yes, of course. I mean, I don't talk so much about the practicing, but about the result. After that, if they have to practice like 10 minutes per day, I'm fine if they do what they have to do. All my students, they are like 20 or 18, I mean from 18 to 25. I mean, they are yet professionals. So I ask them to do stuff as professional. So it means that the result is the only important stuff. After that, if they have to practice a lot, they practice a lot. If they don't have to practice a lot, they don't practice a lot.
I don't know if our viewers can see at home, but I can see from here that your right hand, you actually have longer fingernails.
Yes.
On your right hand. Does that help you with the plucking and the strumming?
Yes, you need to have nails for sure to play classical guitar. My nails are particularly long. It's just because I play with very long nails. But you need to have nails anyway.
And strong nails as well.
Yes, strong nails. And you see a lot of guitarists who can put fake nail, you know, if they're not strong enough.
Right. Yeah. Now, you're performing here in Singapore and you've just played in Japan and you're travelling on to Malaysia, I understand, and the Philippines as well.
Yes.
What's it like touring this region? How are you finding it?
Oh, you know, it was very nice. First, all the countries are totally different, you know. I mean, it's first, you know, Japan, it's like very far from here. It's a totally different culture. Here, it's also very different. I've been yet in Singapore. So it's a kind of exhausting, but very fascinating because you see very different people, very different culture. And it's very interesting for me.
Do you find that the crowds are... I mean, music speaks to everyone, and playing classical music is not in any particular language, just the language of music. Do you find that the reception you're getting is as the same as you would get out, you know, where you're from?
Yes, I guess it's a little bit the same. The only difference is there are some countries where you have more people who forget their cellular phone to close the cellular phone. Or they do, for example, if you go to south of Europe, it's a little bit more noisy than Japan, for example, where people are very respectful. But except that, you don't really feel any difference.
Okay. Well, tell us a bit more about, I understand that you don't compose music because you feel that you're not able to. Is that right?
It's a very different talent, actually.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. I mean, maybe it talks more for people with theater actor. The one who write the play can be very different because it's a very different talent. So I don't think I especially have the talent to compose. I would be able to do something, but not enough good for my taste.
Okay, well, we're going to stop talking right there because we want to hear a little bit of what you can do on the guitar.
Yeah, so tell us who you're going to play then.
I'm going to play a piece by Agustin Barrios. It's a Paraguayan composer from the beginning of the past century, and the name is Choro de la Saudade.
Okay, well, we're just going to read this little bit here and then we'll get you to play. Classical guitarist Judicael Perroy there, and he's putting up a recital this evening here in Singapore. More information is available at this website listed on your screen now, so if you do happen to be passing by, you might want to check it out.
And that's right, also going to for the Malaysia and the Philippines after this trip here in Singapore. And on that note, we are done today, Friday the 21st of February, and for the week as well.
Yes, join us again bright and early on Monday for your regular dose of news, reviews and interviews. Now we'll leave you with a bit of Judicael Perroy's playing a little something for us. Enjoy the music.
Judicael.